what's going on? It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash K here, with another Prize Picks video. We're gonna do NFL here for Sunday in the divisional round. And last two games, this is yesterday on Saturday. Joe Burrow, man, he is legit, man. That was a lot of fun watching them beat Tennessee. And then 49ers going into Lambeau and for the win. Just awesome set of games. We got two awesome games here. I'm gonna go through some picks that I do like here, and we still got that Patrick Mahomes over a half yard here, so we can that and attach to a few of these plays. But again, I'm going to dive right in here. If you like these videos, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to knock out an NBA video after this. It's a big 11-game slate. Usually I don't play NBA on Sundays, but man, it's a big slate. And I know you guys have been liking these videos, so I'm going to keep knocking them out for you. And let's just dive right into this NFL one. All right, as you can see, I have Prize Picks up on the screen. And if you don't have an account, head on over there. Use promo code DFSArmy. Get yourself a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. It's very easy. I'm going to go through some plays here. Like you can see, Prize Picks has the cash yards over at 1/2 here for Patrick Mahomes. So you can use this to it's a no-brainer free pick, basically. You can pair it up with some of these other ones. So we're just going to go through each one of these categories and talk about some plays I think I like here. Stafford's yards actually dropped here. Again, like I went through this in the first video I did. Both Brady and Stafford put up monster numbers here. I think maybe Stafford's number dropped a little bit, maybe because it's kind of playing into, maybe I think the Rams win this in money line. Like I got some money on the money line in this game. It's hard to put money against the GOAT Tom Brady, but with how many weapons that he has out, I think they're going to struggle a little bit here. So maybe that's why Stafford's number dropped a little bit here, and maybe they feel like they're going to get up and they're just going to run the ball a little bit more here. But again, you don't run against Tampa Bay, and you throw the ball. So I still would lean the over on the yards on Matt Stafford here. And then Patrick, like I said, you're taking the Patrick Mahomes here at the over half yard, but really all four of these, I could just see some fireworks here. We saw kind of some duds in yesterday's game with low scoring, but I think we could see the opposite here with some pretty high scoring games on both sides of it. So if I had to touch one, though, it would be Matt Stafford over 269.5 yards. My favorite one, though, is we're going over interceptions, man. Matt Stafford over half interception. Done this. It's in 4 to 5 last games. I think that they're going to throw a bunch of different looks at him. It seems like a couple times a game, he just always gets that interception, right? So it's one of those things where I think you can just almost bank on an interception from him here. And going up against this defense where he's probably going to have to throw a ton, I do like that over half interception for Stafford. So that's one that I'm definitely going to look at taking here. Going back over to receiving yards, here's a couple that I was looking at here. One down here is Gabe Davis, over 27.5 reception yards. He's kind of solidified himself as a number 2 wide receiver over Emmanuel Sanders and Beasley. Just looking back at last week and looking at snap counts and routes run and all that, I mean, he had the second most snaps easily over Beasley and Emmanuel Sanders. And I think if it's going to be a shootout and they're going to throw a little bit here, I really like this over. He's went over this over, believe in each of his last 5 weeks. Yeah. So again, he's the clear-cut number 2 wide receiver here. And I feel like this number is low. I have it more towards 40 to 45 reception yards than 27. So it feels a little low. And these here with Beasley and Sanders, I don't really want to touch them. I was hoping they were going to be up closer to 30 so I could bet the under, but having them at 25.5 and 22.5, I think you kind of have to leave them alone. The other one here I like is again, Byron Pringle over 30.5 reception yards. It's one of those things where I still don't feel like Tyreek Hill is 100% healthy. Pringle's been getting a lot more work. He's went over this 4 of his last five games, and I think we're going to continue to see that with him. So these are by far my 2 favorite overs and in reception yards with Davis and Pringle, and I just think that they feel the safest here. Another one is Dawson Knox. He's been, again, it seems like the pecking order is Diggs, Gabriel Davis going down the field, and then Knox once you get down the red zone. And Beasley and Emmanuel Sanders are kind of left on the sideline here. But yeah, he went on those 3 of his last 5 games. And then if we look back in the last game he played KC, I believe he put up 117 yards against them in 3 catches. So again, he can get it done. He doesn't get a ton of volume. That's the only scary thing to take in this. But yeah, when they played KC back on October 10th, he had 3 catches for 117 yards and a touchdown. So the volume's not a ton there. 5 targets, and they only had 2 against Atlanta, but then 3, 5, 9 against Tampa Bay. So he can get there. I would lean the over on this, but again, he's more of a red zone target than anything else. And then a couple of these other ones I'm looking at, again, people are asking me, well, what about, because I do like, Mike Evans and Gronk, both over both of these numbers. Everybody's asking me about Ramsey. Well, I don't think Ramsey's going to shadow one of them, because if he shadows one of them, then Brady's going to find that and just throw it to the other one. So I think Brady's going to be on both of them. I can see just depending on the formations and whatnot. So I still like the over here. Like, what else are they going to do? Perriman's is out this game. It's really them too. And if I feel like the way the game script's going to go, them playing from behind, I think we're going to see a lot of passes to Gronk and Evans. And so I just like those overs. I was looking to see if they had Lenny here, but Lenny coming back from that hamstring, I think is going to help a little bit, spread the field a little bit. But I still like leaning those overs. Same thing with Cooper Kupp. 95.5. It's, you don't think Matt Stafford's going to lean on him. He has all year, and 95.5 just again still feels too low. I like all of his overs here. The 95.5 reception yards, 8 receptions seems a little high, but if you don't run against him, he had 9 receptions for 96 yards and 2 touchdowns against Tampa Bay earlier this year on September 26th. So receptions would probably be my least favorite. I think if I was going to pick one, it would probably be the reception touchdowns with Kupp for one. I don't see, he's gotten the box 5 of his last 6 games. I don't see them stopping them again. So I like the Kupp over touchdown here for sure. I don't mind the Gronk over touchdown, but Kupp is my favorite for looking at receiving touchdowns here. But going back to reception yards, that would probably be my second favorite prop for Kupp, and then third would be receptions, because 8 is a little high. Just looking back at it, he's only went over that number twice out of his last 5 games. Yes, he went 9 against Tampa Bay. He's going to see double-digit targets, right? If we feel like this game's going to be a shootout. But at the same token, I don't think I want to touch the receptions as much as I want to touch the touchdowns or receiving yards. I just feel like a better bet here that we're looking at. So those are some of the picks that I am kind of looking at. Again, my favorites by far is, like I said, that Matt Stafford interception over a half. Love that. I think that's, I don't want to say a free square for interceptions, but it just has a feel like he's going to make a mistake. He tends to, and I think Bowles is going to just continue to throw weird coverages at him, and I think that that's going to take it to a point where you get the interception, and then if I had to pick the next two, it's Gabe Davis and Pringle over reception yards. Again, I think these should be closer to 40, so I think you're getting a pretty good discount here for these two guys. So those would be the next ones that I would look at. And then again, I talked about Stafford's over 26.5, 20, almost 270 passing yards here would be the next one that I would look at here. So those are some of the ones that I'm looking at for today. It should be a lot of fun games. I think we're going to see some high scoring games in this matchup. So those were I'm kind of leaning. But again, if you want to just bet straight up, I do like the Rams money line here. I don't know. It just feels like the Rams are going to get it done here. And if you don't like that, if you want to take, I think they're still at +3. I don't mind that as well. But I love the Rams here. I think there's a lot of people that are kind of leaning on the Rams as well. Again, it's hard to put money against the GOAT, but do like him. So those are some of the plays that I like. Again, I'm going to knock out an NBA video here after I go through some of this research. Get me another cup of coffee. And so if you stick around for that, we'll hopefully load up some plays and make some money here on some Sunday NBA action. But with that, here's NFL action. Hope you enjoy the games. Love having both, the NFL divisional round and a bunch of NBA games today. Should be fun. And I'll see you on the flip side. Deuces.